two application processes for permanent resident visa that the Government of Canada offers: the simplified and the regular application processes. Approximately 96% of all applications are filed under the simplified process. The process requires you to submit a 4-page application form, and no supporting documents are necessary, plus processing fees. The average waiting time is 60 to 62 months, or approximately 5 years.
And you have to wonder, why does it take so long? Why is it taking 60 months for me to get my application completed? Here you can see applications. Why is it taking so long? This is the number of visas that are allocated to every country in Southeast Asia. And you can see here in Beijing, they get 5,100 visas that they're allowed to issue. In Manila, we're allowed 11,500 every year. So we really do kind of have a quota here. So we're allowed 11,500 visas under the economic stream. And this is your skilled worker applications. That's one reason. Now, part of it, when we go to the second part, okay, how many people are in queue? So how many applications do we have in the Manila Embassy already lined up? And you go back down here, here's Manila, and you can see, as of, this was last year, we have 48,445 applications in queue, and we have another 3,359 being processed. So total, we have 51,804 applications in queue. So if you apply today, you will be 51,805. And we remember, we're only doing 11,000 per year. So 11,000 into 50,000 is, there's your 4.5 years, 5 years of waiting. Everybody wants to go to Canada.
Only 4% of the permanent resident visa applications are filed under the regular application process. This process requires you to acquire an arranged employment opinion document or a certificate of nomination for a provincial nominee program. It also requires permanent resident visa applications for your entire family, including all necessary supporting documents such as birth certificates, marriage contracts, school records, and others, plus processing fees. The average waiting time is only 8 months.
The application stream that we use is the provincial nomination programs, there are 150 different provincial nomination programs, and a federal program called the Arranged Employment Opinion. Those two programs allow us to process applications within 1 year. In other words, from start to finish, after 12 months, we have a visa in hand for our clients.
Canadian Professional has acquired AEO documents and PNP certificates for different types of employment for its various clients. Though age may cause limitations and difficulties, this does not deter Canadian Professional from delivering speedy and thorough results. Canadian Professional will guide you through the application process with utmost care and professionalism. First, a one-on-one pre-qualification session is required. This is where we learn more about you to carefully assess your and your family's eligibility. Once you have been qualified, a service agreement is signed and initial processing fees are paid. Next, Canadian Professional will then prepare an executive client summary for our third-party associates in Canada. Concurrently, your permanent resident visa application is also being prepared for submission. Then, a second payment for the processing fee is required as your permanent resident visa application is submitted to the local Canadian Embassy. We will ensure that your application is in excellent order so that after 5 to 6 months of processing at the embassy, you will receive a notice for medical examination. At this point, the final processing fee is required. After a medical clearance has been granted, the embassy releases your permanent resident visa.
Again, if you are qualified, you will get your visa. So it's important to understand that qualification process. It's not easy. There are a vast number of programs out there. If you wanted to go to Vancouver, if you wanted to go to Manitoba or to Ontario, are you qualified for that particular program? Are you qualified for that province? That's where we excel. Our job is to, number one, make sure you're qualified, and if you're qualified, then basically we will guide you through that process until the day comes when the visa is inserted in your passport and you're ready to go to Canada.